Today's video is a little bit different. I'm in a very unique place right here in the country of Lithuania. But I'm going to talk about the place just in a couple of minutes. Before, I want to talk about the cycle low, the 60-day cycle low that Bitcoin just did. Well, we think it did just a couple of days ago. It briefly touched the 100K area, and now it's starting to go up from there. It just went through the 104, 105K, and it looks like it's not going to stop. That's what happens when we do a 60-day cycle low. And I talked about the 60-day cycle low in my previous newsletter and also in my previous videos. So if you watch them or you're not reading the newsletter yet, you're going to see the link right there in the description down below. It's called strategymaster.io. Read the newsletter and you will know when to buy and when to potentially sell Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, today, I'm in a very unique place. I actually want to take 1 minute to talk about this place, particularly this place. Now, I'm in the 9th fort in Kaunas, Lithuania, and it's basically a sad place. It's a memorial place for Jewish people and everyone who actually got killed in the 1941, 1942. Because people from Germany, and mostly from Germany, and other Jewish people were brought here and murdered and killed. Now, if you were born in these years, like 1941, 1942, even before that, in the 30s, and the life was not that beautiful as it is right now. The life was not that free. Now look, what we are doing, we're trading cryptocurrencies, we're sitting at home, we're basically just need a computer, phone, electricity, and that's it. We can actually make our own money. And we can support our families, we can support ourselves. Well, that was not possible 40, 60, 70 years ago. Our parents and grandparents, they had to work in the fields, they had to work a lot, long hours every single day in order to put the food on the table. The life was much more difficult and much more complicated. Now, I just want to remind everyone that we have to be thankful for the life that we have. And now we can actually build internet companies. We have cryptocurrencies and we have a bunch of other stuff that allows us to be free and to do exactly what we want. Let's be thankful and let's put all our energy and all our focus to actually making money, and because that's what cryptocurrencies is all about. Now, all these things aside, I want to jump into the chart and analyze Bitcoin in the short term, mid-term, and long term. This is what actually matters. So we want to understand what we can expect from the cryptocurrency market in the next few days, few weeks, and month. What I will be doing right now, I will be adding the same cycle indicators that you see in every single video on different time frames. Now, if you look at the bottom of the chart, you can see the 2-hour cycle indicator. I just pointed in the red color. I'm going to delete the red color right now so you understand what to look at. Now, the 2-hour cycle, it is actually very overbought. As you can see, we jumped from this area, 100K area, to basically 105K area. We jumped in price by 5%, which is quite a lot for Bitcoin. And currently, we are consolidating at the 105K area. Now, the chart definitely looks bullish. However, in the very short term, I expect some sort of a retracement. Whenever you watch this video, maybe the retracement is already done. Now, the best point in time to buy Bitcoin is always at the cycle lows. It's always at this area right here, the 60-day cycle bottom. Now, exactly 60 days passed from the previous cycle yesterday on Friday. And basically on Friday, we were already done with the cycle low. We were already going up. So now if you want to jump into the market, no, it's not too late. Do you want to wait for a short retracement? Well, yes, apparently the 2-hourly cycle is really overbought. Can be a good opportunity to wait a little bit until it goes down and then jump into the market. Now, if we go to a bigger cycle, went to the 12-hourly cycle, we can see that Bitcoin was actually, well, going up. It made a cycle high, and then it collapsed to the downside. The 12-hourly cycle started to go down, but what happened instead, we actually reversed. We were going down and we expected to actually go deeper into the cycle low, but this didn't happen and we actually jumped up. And what's going on right now is the 12-hourly cycle is also going up. Now, it is always advisable and it's always good to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies when the 12-hourly cycle is going up, because it shows that within the next few days, we can expect a bullish market. Now, if we take a look at the 3-day cycle, and basically the 3-day cycle is really the best one because it shows that we are at the bottom of the 3-day cycle, and the 3-day cycle shows the development of the financial asset for the upcoming few weeks. Now, it shows that we were going down, made a bottom. Now, the 3-day cycle is still going down, but what I can see in the chart is that there is a clear reversal happening. There is a reversal happening in the chart. It's exactly what we wanted to see at the Bitcoin cycle low. Before we actually jump and take a look at the 1-week cycle, I want to talk about that. Now, Bitcoin is actually overbought on the 1-week cycle. And that can mean one of two things. The first thing is that we are going to go down within the next month. And that would be a very bad news for Bitcoin. That would mean that we are going to have a bearish 60-day cycle, that we might shot up in the very short term until the 3-day cycle will make the top, and then we will collapse to the downside so that 1-week cycle can make a bottom. Now, I really don't want this to happen because that would mean that our bear market might start sooner than we expected. However, the other opportunity is that Bitcoin will simply smash through the all-time highs. It will go higher, higher, and higher until the 2-week cycle will reach the top. And then 1-week cycle, 2-week cycle, and the 3-day cycle will meet at the top. And you already know what does it mean. It means the ultimate top for Bitcoin, ultimate top for the crypto market, and then we're gonna sell everything what we have and we're gonna run for better. Not only that, we're also gonna start opening short position. We're gonna aggressively short different cryptocurrencies. Now, in order for this to happen, take a look at the chart. I'm changing the chart to 12-hourly time frame so you can actually understand where we are in the long-term view. Now, in the 1-week cycle view, we're actually overbought. We made a bottom right here in the beginning of April, right here at the 75K area. We went and we reached the top. Sorry for the misclick. We reached the top here at 111, 112, and together with the 1-week cycle. And now you can see that the 1-week cycle is actually started to trend down. It has started to slowly trend down. And basically, well, it's a natural development of the cycle. If it's going to continue going down, we will gonna experience something like this. Understand that we cannot experience basically a super bullish market if the 1-week cycle is trending down. However, what can happen is that the 1-week cycle maybe will go down for 1 week or 2 weeks, and it will reverse to the upside and go to the top in July or August together with the 2-week cycle. Now look, I'm going to change it now to 2-week cycle, which will show the long-term development of Bitcoin. And the 2-week cycle is actually going up like crazy. And you know what's going to happen when it reaches the top? When the 2-week cycle reaches the top somewhere in July or August, it is going to make a local top or even ultimate top for Bitcoin. When this happens, when the 2-week cycle reaches the top, the price will also reach the top, and then it will deteriorate to the downside. This happened every single time. Look, I'm going to go back into the past and see that, hey, right here at the end of last year, we saw the same. Basically saw the 2-week cycle top, and from there we were going down for the next 5 months. And this is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to happen for everyone. If you expect it or not, we are going to go down and we're going to experience something like this. Now, the question is how quickly we're going to go and reach the 2-week cycle top. If we are going to rally right now without stopping, the top will be reached very soon. I believe within 1.5 months, we are going to reach the ultimate top for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And then we'll simply have to start shorting because we cannot sustain this growth. That's the fact. We can't sustain the growth for the next 1.5 months, but if this bull market will be so quick and so powerful as it is right now, we will start going down. Anyways, you already know that in this channel, I'm going to show my trades. I'm going to show whether I'm shorting or longing cryptocurrencies. Okay. Now, right now, I bought Bitcoin. I bought other cryptocurrencies. However, I have much bigger spot positions. And if you want to follow my journey and see my trades, what I'm putting my money at, go to this website. Here in strategymaster.io, I'm talking all about the hype, the risk, and the real profit that I make. I also talk about the Ethereum, other altcoins. You can basically read the articles and see where I'm buying, where I'm selling, how I see the market, and how cycles actually are shaping the market. Every single most important piece of information that you can find about the cryptocurrency market is on this website. Whenever you land on Strategy Master, all you have to do, you have to go and get a subscription. The subscription is free. If you want to get the cycle indicators that I'm presenting in the video, you simply have to go here and grab the premium plan, $49 or 46 euros per month. When you're using cycles, you know when to short and when to long Bitcoin. You saw the 2-hour cycle at the top. Well, that's where you opened your short trade. You short it until the 2-hour cycle goes down. And you don't really care about the price, whether the price actually going up or down. Now, you combine this knowledge with the 60-day cycles, and you understand that in the beginning of the cycle, you don't want to short. You want to long. When do you long? When the 2-hour cycle goes below 20. If you want to know the exact entries and exits, you get a Strategy Master subscription there on the website, and you know what to do. Now, I'm going to spend the next half an hour walking here in this beautiful park. This is a really nice place. I like old places like this. This is very different from Dubai, very different from the countries where I'm usually traveling to. This is a piece of history and just a beautiful place in this good better. See you in the next one.